I'd like to call this regular meeting to order. Call roll.
Mayor Querom.
Here.
Councilmember Swanson.
Here.
Mabry.
Here.
Fabia.
Here.
Newman.
Here. Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To get us started tonight under public comment, I want to welcome Amy Lambert and Scott Wright of the Small Business Development Center. If you'd like to come up, and just need for you to make sure the mic is on, and we just need your names.
Just slide the thing on top toward you. There.
Yeah, we just need your names.
I'm Scott Wrighton, and I serve as the chairman of the Star Broad Country Alliance, and Amy Lambert serves as our executive director. Mayor and Council, thank you very much for including us on your agenda this evening. It was my pleasure to be here, I think, about a year and a half ago when the Star Broad Country Alliance was restarting the Small Business Development Center. It had gone dormant for about 6 or 8 months. And what we did is we took a very different approach to the Small Business Development Center than what had been the case in the past when it was headquartered out of Illinois Valley Community College. And one of the key changes is that we decided that it would be decentralized, that it would be, instead of you have to go to IVCC, the Small Business Development Center would come to you. And so Amy spends a lot of time on the road. And we have 6 host governments, Bureau County, although the county itself doesn't participate. The city of Princeton and the city of Spring Valley have filled that gap for Bureau County. The city of Peru is a host site and a sponsor. The city of Ottawa, the city of Streeter, the city of Morris is our newest host city, and then Livingston County. And in Livingston County, it works very much like it does here in Bureau County, where multiple cities help support that cost and serve and provide host facilities. And because of that, there's alternate, when Amy or a member of her consulting staff is in town or in the area, they'll go back and forth. In the case of Bureau County, 1 week she's in Princeton, and the other week she's in Spring Valley, and back and forth. What Amy just passed out to you is our annual report, covering a little more than a year actually. And of course, I'm biased because I'm the chairman of the board, but I'm pleased to say that I really think it has made an impact in encouraging small businesses, entrepreneurs, people who are starting up, who've got an idea, but who really need the kind of assistance and counseling that Amy and her team are able to provide. And we just had our 150th contact. I think it was here in Princeton, and there are a couple of the report is full of several stories of success. And several of those are in Princeton and Bureau County. So in prepping for this, I had a chance to talk to Rachel and told her that we would like to ask you to continue that support, and hopefully some of you have heard from small businesses in the area and from Rick Brooks, who's also been a local proponent for this project, about the need for it and why it should continue. So our request is that the city would support it in the amount of $4,000 here at the beginning of 2019, so we can continue that arrangement of being in both cities at the same time. And Rachel has also graciously agreed to help us lobby the county to see if they would also put some in along with what Mayor Walt over at Spring Valley has done. So I don't want to monopolize too much time, but if you have any questions for either Amy or I, we'd be pleased to answer them.
Amy, are you out at when you come to Princeton, are you at the library?
I'm out at the library.
She also meets at the library in Spring Valley as well. Yeah.
And how often are you over here?
I spend Mondays in Bureau County, so I'm normally at the library here in Princeton, the library in Spring Valley, or I'm out within the client sites in the region. We have clients within Wyandotte, we have clients in Walnut, we have clients in Princeton, Spring Valley. So it's keeping us within the county on Mondays.
I'm not sure how this works, if it's the same in Princeton, but if it's the same in Princeton as it is in many of the other sites, I mean, it surprises me. I'll direct potential business contact or somebody who's got a small business idea to Amy, and sometimes it's a couple of weeks before they can get to see her. because there's that much interest in it. And you may know the statistics from the U.S. Department of Commerce that by 2030, some more than 40% of people will work in, I think it's maybe higher than that, in small businesses. So this is a feature of our local economy that we think really needs to be nurtured. And the kind of calls for her time and the specialists that work as consultants under her seems to really affirm that.
Any other questions? The Small Business Development Center provides no cost, confidential, one-on-one business advising. We do that for basically 3 different types of people. The first is people with ideas. We help them determine whether their idea is feasible. And then we help them to capture any type of intellectual capital they may need to secure. So whether that's copyrights, trademarks, trade secrets, or patents, we help them to understand the process, what the investment is going to be, and what the impact of that intellectual capital could possibly be. We also then help them to figure out how to commercialize it. That's the first type of person that we help. The second type of people are the people who come in with dreams and plans to start their own small business. Most often they're walking with dreams, more so than plans. We help them to capture the plan, build the roadmap, and understand what it's going to take to realize their dreams. The third type of person that we assist are people who currently have small businesses, and they are facing some type of challenge. They're looking to expand. They're looking to sell or to acquire. They're looking to help their cash flow and understand how their cash moves efficiently within their business. We help with all of those aspects. The time that we spend in Bureau County has been one of the most energetic areas of the work of the region, and we've helped businesses. We've got great success stories from businesses such as in Walnut. We have Real Hair Parlor, and that and here in Princeton we have Experience Travel are 2 of our success stories, and we're really excited about releasing the new ones. So once we're ready, you're going to see more activity within Princeton and Bureau County. I'm very, very honored to be here today, and I'm thankful.
Well, we're all about small business in Princeton, so we want to keep it pretty busy going forward. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How do they find you? Are you?
That is an excellent question. The vast majority of people who find us, they come directly from Rachel Berry. They come directly from the Chamber of Commerce. They come actually from the library because they see us in and out of there. Mostly, though, it's through word of mouth.
When the board first brought Amy on board, we made sure that she was connected with chambers and bank presidents, and because they're the ones oftentimes that hear about somebody who's got this idea, and they need to put a name with a face of somebody that they can refer to along with our website.
Any other questions or concerns? Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Scott and Amy. Appreciate you coming in. Any other further public comment? And you guys, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to. You can.
Okay.
You can exit right.
Are there any good restaurants you recommend? What do you like? Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Okay, if there's no further public comment, we'll go to Commissioner Newman for the approval of minutes.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that we approve the minutes from our regular council meeting on November 19th, 2018.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Any corrections? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mavry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye. Now we'll go to approval of invoices and City Clerk Nelson.
In the Department of Accounts and Finances, for this period, we have invoices totaling $61,156.93. In the Department of Streets and Public Improvements, we have invoices totaling $64,457.56. In the Department of Public Safety, we have invoices totaling $107,290.96. And in the Department of Public Property and Utilities, we have invoices totaling $222,282.65. Mayor, all council members present have confirmed their reviews of all invoices and now are submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve the invoices as presented.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Any comments, corrections? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. We'll go to regular business and City Clerk Nelson.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-18-028. This is an ordinance restricting the use of compression braking within the city limits. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this ordinance, and this is the second and final reading, and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve ordinance O-18-028.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Any comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is ordinance O-18-029. This is an ordinance levying taxes for corporate purposes for the fiscal year commencing on the first day of May 2019 and ending on the 30th day of April 2020 for the city of Princeton, Bureau County, Illinois. This is the first reading. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this ordinance and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we advance ordinance O-18-029 to the second reading.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. I'm going to turn it over to Rachel.
Thank you. So this is the ordinance for levying taxes. At our last meeting, we had tabled this as we were waiting on the final numbers from the Department of Insurance for the police and fire pension. And since then, we have those. So I'm going to discuss that just a little bit. The 2018 EAV, we are seeing an increase of about $470,000 over the prior year. When we received the numbers from the Department of Insurance for police and fire pension levies, they're about $200,000 more than last year's numbers. So that has changed how we have to do this year's levy. I will just talk about the police and fire pensions a little bit. Currently, our police pension is funded at 74.34%, and our fire pension is funded at 62.33%. There is a state mandate that those have to be fully funded by 2040, and it's something that I am going to be working on over the next 6 months or so, coming up with a plan for that. However, for this levy, we had to levy the amounts that were required by that were inputted by the Department of Insurance, which has caused us to reduce the other levies that go into the general fund and not have a huge increase. So in order to put the right amounts in those pension funds, we're going to see about $160,000 less coming into our general fund. And then this will be an issue when we address the budget this upcoming calendar year, or this upcoming fiscal year. But I'll also say another thing that I want to implement over the next 2 years is changing our fiscal year to a calendar year, largely because of this, so that the tax levy and the budget then will be done at the same time, so that we're not levying taxes for a budget that we don't know what it's going to be, so we can do those together. I don't know if that'll be this upcoming year or the following year, but it is something I want to look at for this very purpose, largely. The library's levy, I have all their revised numbers in here. Their levy rate is 0.41, and ours with this new rate, or with this small increase, will be 0.96. So it's about a 2% increase over our last levy. However, like I said before, we're going to put the full amounts in the police and fire pensions, but it will cause less money coming into the general fund, which will pose some issues when we talk about our next fiscal year budget. Overall, too, when you look at this, an increase for police and fire pensions, it's a 38% increase in fire pension amount going into the fire pension over last year, and a 32% increase in police pension over the last year's levy, and a 40% decrease going into the general fund. So those are just some things kind of to think about. So, like I said, the overall levy is only increasing about by 2%, 2.06%, but we had to increase the police and fire pension amounts and reduce the other amounts. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to take those.
Yeah, and these pensions, fire and municipal pensions, police and fire, it's been in the news lately. It's affecting communities throughout the state of Illinois. It's a problem. We're mandated, as Rachel said, to make sure that we're 100% funded by 2040. Our 2% is and what we have our two pensions funded at, we're, obviously they could be higher, but they're a lot better than a lot of other communities. And for instance, Geneseo is raising their rate by 20%. LaSalle is raising their rate, I think 12%, 14%. Peoria, they're laying off 27 municipal employees to counter their pension problems on fire and police. So there's problems with this, throughout the state, but I think we have a pretty good handle on it. Unfortunately, as Rachel mentioned, $160,000 shortage in our general fund. That's basically what our yearly street budget is. So that makes our referendum coming up in April all the more important. That's where we are on it. Any questions or comments?
I'll just mention too, the $160,000, like I said, that's going to be less coming into the general fund. Our general fund is police, fire, and street operational budget.
Is the $200,000 mandate that we got this year, is this a one-time only, or is it anybody's guess?
So it's not really a mandate. It's a report that the Department of Insurance puts out each year that says how much you should levy. And obviously, if we didn't levy that much, our percent funded would go down significantly. Another thing that both the pensions have recently done is contracted with Lauterbach and Amen. And next year, they'll be completing their own actuarial study, because right now we just use the state numbers. But it'll be nice to get a separate third-party actuarial study done.
So maybe going forward, we can better budget what these pension increases may be.
Come up with a plan, yeah.
Any other comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye.
Next on the agenda is Resolution R-18-041. This is a resolution authorizing a co-location and fiber agreement with Illinois Valley Cellular. Mayor, all council members have reviewed this resolution, and it is submitted for disposition.
No.
We can do this and get this up back up.
Or I could go back.
Why do you go back?
Okay, so I guess I have these numbers wrong. 4-1. I have one here. Is that PCO? Yeah, I want to make sure this is do this for the record. So it's did I say 041 is authorizing a co-location fiber agreement with Ivy Site? That's where I was. So now that the clerk is awake, we'll say that that's an agreement with MTCO, Incorporated of Metamora, Illinois. That has been reviewed by all council members, as pointed out, and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve Resolution R-18-041, authorizing an agreement with MTCO Communications, Inc.
Second.
Motion's been seconded. Do you want to add anything?
Well, this has been in discussions for quite some time, probably most of the year, I guess, right, Bobby?
Yeah.
For MTCO, who desires to bring their services and products to town, to create a little bit more competition and maybe even improve the technical capabilities of telecommunications in this area. And to do so, they have sought and received permission from the state and are seeking permission from the city to locate some of their infrastructure within our rights of way, and also I think on our poles and in our pop site and all that kind of stuff that would be typical of a digital network. So this resolution addresses those elements between the city of Princeton and MTCO of Metamora.
Any further comment?
We also have Bobby Comiskey here from representing both Ivy Cellular and MTCO, if anybody has any particular technical questions.
I'm curious about the kinds of products and services that might be coming to Princeton.
Bobby, you want to come up to the lectern and just state your name and then just answer the question?
Bobby Kaminsky, Illinois Valley Sailor and MTCO. We started this venture around 8 months ago. Obviously, if anybody has an Illinois Valley Sailor cell phone or IV cell phone, you know that capacity becomes an issue. We're working with dropping more capacity in the Princeton area. We have a very good following, a big customer base in Princeton, so it's important for us to provide service. Our sister company is MTCO, who's a fiber company, ISP, media company, and also a VDSL company. Glenn Rowell and I have been working on this project to get fiber into Princeton so we could get more services into Princeton and have the availability and have another ISP company be able to compete within the Princeton market. Because you do have a fiber network that you guys already built and it's in place. We just need to get you guys better services so it can give us better customer service with our cell sites and possibly some residential and some business customers better service for ISP service. Because you know, going today, I know we discussed many times what kind of bandwidth you guys use for this whole entire city, and I think I have more bandwidth at my house than I think the whole city runs off of, if I'm correct. But we're going to start to change that by getting the connection. I know Glenn Rao, who's 82 years old, he's still very aggressive. As you know, you've been seeing MTCO guys in town doing directional bores, getting their fiber up north to our cell site by I-80. We also got a cell site by the fairgrounds, and then we're talking about doing something on the water tower to give service to our area. So your phones are moving fast, the network's moving fast, and you know people want more and more data speeds, and it's very hard to keep up unless you have fiber. Fortunately, you guys build a fiber network, and we're going to help give you guys a little bit more ISP service, so your actual residents can get better service. So,
What's the estimation of completion?
We should have the fiber pops all up and running probably by the end of the year. I know we pushing it. The cell site for the water tower, we're maybe talking January. We have to make some mounts to mount on the legs. So it's going pretty quick for us. So I'm very happy that Pete's been working with us. We also have been working with Rachel a little bit when she's in, but it's been going very well for us. And then also my buddy Jeff over there, he's a lot of trips going down the road and find out where the fiber goes and what's the easement. So it's a very good project for us.
So high-speed internet for residential customers is also...
That could be a possibility in the next couple of years. Phase 1 right now is to get the network up and get it in place. And then phase 2 is to come talk to you guys about doing that too. Okay? And I'll be available after this if you guys want to sit down and talk a little more. Thank you.
Any further questions? Okay, call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye.
Okay, next item on the agenda is, Bobby, you might have to get up again. This one is for Resolution R-18-042, authorizing a tower lease agreement with MTCO Inc. This is to allow them to erect transmission or reception arrays to our water tower, similar to some of the other providers that we have up there now. So this agreement contains all those details. I just passed out also an amendment to the rent portion of the lease. We upped it a little bit, and they were gracious enough to agree to it. So the language that you see on this amendment is the language that will be in the lease agreement. So with that being said, I know that all council members have reviewed this agreement, and it is submitted for disposition.
I move that we approve Resolution R-18-042, which is an agreement with Illinois Valley Cellular.
Second.
Motion and second. Any comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querom.
Aye. Thank you, Pete. We'll go to city manager report. Have nothing from Rachel. Okay, I got just a couple things. First of all, I want to do a board appointment. Dave Taylor to the Princeton Public Arts Commission.
I move that we appoint Dave Taylor to the Illinois Public Arts Commission to fill an unexpired term ending April 30th, 2021.
Second.
Yeah, that's the Princeton, Illinois. Princeton, yes. That's all right. Princeton, Illinois. Yeah. Any comments? Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Fabia.
Aye.
The only other thing I got, we went through a blizzard a week or so ago, and we had a lot of challenges. We first had an ice storm, followed by, we first had ice, then followed by the blizzard. We had about 6 or 7 inches of snow. Very strong winds that were sustained. We lost power in certain areas of the city, not citywide, but here and there. Our electric department, every crew was called out. They were out in their bucket trucks. They were got power up. I mean, some people were out. I think there were some people that might have been out 5 hours. What was the longest?
Probably 3.5.
3.5 hours.
Sorry.
Yeah.
6. That's okay, Brian.
Well, maybe individually, but our last feeder, we got on in about 3.5 hours.
We were fine with it.
Yeah. So it was a challenging night because obviously it was cold and people were without power for a period of time. But these guys with the electric department, you really got to hand it to them, working in that kind of weather environment in the dark as well. Dangerous situation. They got everything up and running and just did an outstanding job. So, thank you to Jeff and to the entire electric crew. And then our street department, they were out at 8 o'clock that night to clear the main routes throughout town. They were going to hopefully get to the side streets during the next day in the parking lots, but I got up early the next morning and I was going down Main Street and they had the parking lots all clear and the side streets were done. So they were out all night and they worked throughout the next day as well, removing snow from downtown Main Street. And then you can't forget our police, fire, and EMS. They were also busy as well. I mean, this was a very challenging night and from all the comments that I've received, everybody extremely appreciative in the city of Princeton. So thank you to all our department heads and employees.
And I'll just chime in quickly. I got a nice letter card in the mail today that I wanted to read from a resident. It says, please relate to the people in the electric department our thank you for the wonderful job they did on Sunday evening and Monday after the storm. We were without power for 5.5 hours, but I knew all along the electric crew was out there working to get it back on. The wind, the snow, the cold, the ice, they are heroes. Another one of the reasons we love living in Princeton, a well-run city. Thanks, Marilyn and Bob on Brewer Street.
That's all I have. Any old business? Any new business? Our public comment. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting and reconvene at our next.
I make a motion that we adjourn our regular meeting tonight and reconvene for our next meeting on Monday, December 17th, 2018, 7 o'clock at City Hall.
Second.
Motion is the second. Call roll.
Councilmember Swanson.
Aye.
Mabry.
Aye.
Babia.
Aye.
Newman.
Aye.
Mayor Querem.
Aye. This meeting is adjourned and thank you all for attending.